Hey Tammy, I didn't even realize I was I was streaming. I thought I hit the start streaming or manage button so that it would sit there like it always does. I guess I hit the wrong button. I guess I'll just stay live. I didn't even realize that I was live. Whoops. I just happened to look over to start fixing everything and I was already live. Whoops. I'm actually going to explain something to Tom real quick. Let me know when you're here, Tom. Okay. All right. So, actually, you can see it. Wish this looked a little better, but all right. So the 182.50 put, when you sell options, you get a credit instead of paying a debit. So like if I click this and I hit continue, or well, I don't even have to see, it says total credit $47. So I'm essentially, when I take a look at the Apple chart, I'm saying that the price will not get below 182.50, which is where my cursor is, by Friday, the end of Friday. So Friday at 4 o'clock, if the price does not get below 182.50, you would get to keep this $47. So you get that $47 once you put the trade through. And as you can see here, like I said earlier, the break even would be 182.03. And all that is the strike price minus the credit that you got. So if you were to get assigned and the price stays above 182.03, technically you just got these shares and you still got paid for them, but you'd have to subtract wherever they're at. So like say it's at 182.49, you essentially paid $1 to have these shares 46 cents in the money after you get them, if that makes sense. But the idea is you only put cash secured puts out, which is what selling a put is, when you are okay owning the stock at that specific price. Because let's say something happens like news or something and you get a big gap down. Well, you can't trade options after hours or pre-market. So if this gaps down to say 180, there's not much you can do about that because it went pretty far under your price. So you're going to get assigned these shares at 182.50, but the price is going to be at 180. So that's the part that you have to watch out for. That's why trading through earnings and stuff like that can be a bit risky. You can make a lot more money that way, but it's a lot more risky. However, if you're not dealing with earnings, here's the part that I was telling you is going to blow your mind. Say you get this 182.50 put for $47. Now say Friday, it's trading at like 182.60. And it's just going like 182.50, 182.60, 182, 182.60, 182. Like you're like, ah, crap. I didn't really want to get these shares, but I don't, I don't know what to do. Well, you can roll an option. So say we already have this 182.50 for $47. Well, let's say it gets to that 182.60. Say it goes down $2 between today and Friday. Well, let's go out to next week, January 12th. For that same 182.50, it's $1.17. Now, you could buy back, essentially, that 47. So let's just pull up a calculator real quick so I can put it in front of me. So 117, minus 0.47. So you would actually get paid another $70 to just hold on to the same strike price for another week. And basically that's you saying, I think 182.50 will still hold, like that area is going to hold, and we're going to probably go higher by the end of next week. So you were wrong a little bit going into the end of this week, but if you're pretty sure that it's going to be back above 182.50 next week, you can go ahead and do that. Now, here's this is going to blow your mind even more. You can actually roll down the price. You don't have to stay at the same strike price. So it was 47. Let's go, say we want to go down to 180. Another $2.50, 0.66 minus 0.47. You can get paid another $19 in credit to roll a week out. So from this Friday to next Friday, but down to 180. And you can do this infinitely. So like, if you stay ahead of the price as it's coming down, like say like Apple's just coming down and coming down. Well, guess what? Say we're at 180 and now it's like next Wednesday and you're like, ah, crap. Well, guess what? Just go another week out and now look at the 177.50. And the odds are, these prices are going to differ as you get closer to certain prices. So like this price would probably be closer to this price. It's going to move with it, right? So every week you go out, the odds are you're going to be able to go down $2.50 for a credit as long as you stay on top of it. Now, if you get in the money, so say you're at that 182.50 and you start to get in the money, look at the big jump that you get. So you have to kind of stay with the price. That's why I was saying the gap downs can hurt you, because if you get too far in the money, then it's going to be hard to roll. You're still going to be able to roll for a credit, but you might have to roll out like a month or so. Like that's when you're like, ah, crap, like got me. But you can still roll. It's just you're going to have to go a lot further than you probably want to. But it's a way of, you're just tying up collateral, but you're essentially like you're never taking the trade. So like if you roll out, say like your original thought process was 182.50 by the end of this week, well, you might end up in this thing trying to get out with a cash gear put all the way down at 170 that you kept rolling lower and lower and lower because you didn't actually want the shares, if that makes sense. But if you want the shares at any point, that's perfectly fine. You just take an option, sell a put. When you get the shares, you get the shares. And if say the price goes up from here, then you just keep the $47 and then you do it again. And that's essentially what selling options is. Now, if you do get the shares, you can then turn around. You sold a put at 182.50. Say you get assigned the shares. Say it went to 180 or 182. Let's say it went to 182. You can then turn around and sell calls above your 182. So like, let's say you got assigned at 182 and then you turn around and want to sell a 185. Look at the kind of credit that you can get for selling a 185. Now, granted, this is what it is based off the current price. Let's go up here. We'll just say it's 75. But you can turn around and sell it above your break even for more premium, say another $75. And if it comes up and goes above that price by the time of expiration, you would have to give those shares back to whoever's on the other side of that contract. You can do it on margin. You just got to be careful with it. It's how you can get it can get out of hand. But yeah, I mean, you can do it on margin. But this is what I am actually doing right now. So I have Oxy. I just sold a call on Oxy because I own 100 shares via a leap option right here. So this is a covered call based off of my 100 shares that I own. That's how Marcus got. I don't know who Marcus is. Is that the guy from I'm drawing a blank. This is the black dude, right? Can't remember his name though. It's like he was selling all the stuff on Twitter. Oh, you're talking about Marcus, the British or Australian guy on Ride. Yeah, or was it Ride? Yeah, it was Ride. Yeah, so it's honestly with a smaller account, it's a little bit tougher. And that's why like then then you have leap options, which are a whole nother thing where you can essentially own a stock like Apple. Like let's go back to Apple. You can go buy a call and go as far out as you possibly can. You can go to January 16th, 2026. And you can actually buy shares of Apple wherever you want. So let's say we wanted to go down to $100. So if you wanted to buy Apple shares right now, 100 shares, it would cost you 184.47 times 100. It would cost you $18,447. Well, what if I told you that you could actually own 100 shares of Apple at $100? Which, let's see if I can get this up here. Well, you're not going to be able to see it because it's not coming up. But it's this one right here. Or we'll just say $120. Look at this. So you could own Apple at $120 for $7,830. That would be 7830 times 100. So for half the price, for half the price, you could own Apple at a much lower price. Pretty crazy. And that's a leap option. It is hard to follow at first, but it's like I said, once you get it, you get it. It's just one of those things. It's definitely a lot up front, but once you get it, it's actually fairly easy. Apple actually looks like it's rebounding this morning. Or no, it's not. It's actually down. It looks like it just rebounded yesterday a little bit. Market's actually down so far today. Let's see how all my things are doing. AD going down still. Oxy actually looks like it's down a little. Yeah, it looks like almost everything's down. But when everything's going down, it's the best time to look for cash secured puts because that's where the premium's going to come in. Essentially, when fear starts to kick in one way or the other, that's where the premium's going to be. So it's your job to kind of look at the technicals of a chart and figure out what you think is going to happen next. And you can kind of base it off of that. And that's the crazy part. Like, imagine buying a dip, being wrong, but then being able to get paid to get out of it. Like, imagine that. That's what selling options is, as long as you stay on top of it. It's pretty mind-blowing. It almost feels like a cheat code. I'm still scared of it because I feel like I'm missing something. But it's like the more and more people I talk to that already do it, they're just like, yeah, that's how it works. It's like, surprised more and more people don't already like know about this. There's one guy, I was watching an interview the other day, and I'm not saying this is the holy grail because like I said, you can get gapped down on, or you can run into something like A-Firm or Ride or something like that where you end up getting assigned pretty high and then like you just can never get out. So it's like you think you're just wheeling the stock, which if you can, just Google or YouTube the wheel, like options the wheel. And there's tons of videos on it. But that's what a lot of people do. You essentially sell puts until you get assigned. When you get assigned, you sell covered calls. It's like a wheel. And then when those get assigned or get taken away, then you just do it all over again. Well, the market's taking a dip here. We broke through everything on my hourly chart. Actually, we make a run at that 16,200 today. There's a big gap down there. You know how the big money could really screw everybody? They run this back to the highs. If they ran this back to the highs one last time, it would screw everybody. There's probably so much liquidity sitting up there. Like all these people jumping in short yesterday. But yeah, based off that time, if you do have any other questions, feel free to ask. How do I make... Well, you just give me your money and I'll give you 15K at the end of the year. But you got to give me 30 to start. I did not realize that I was live, so now I have to go in and do all this stuff. Usually I do this before I go live. Stock Jock is on YouTube now. What that's all about.
It filled in 9. I got the absolute dickiest of fills there, man.
Yeah, I wonder if Twitch got rid of that where you couldn't, because I know if you were a partner, they made it so that you couldn't, but I saw that
Everything's getting this like initial pop. The only thing that had any kind of Momo was
Landmark started doing that for Escape from Tarkov as well. Where he's been streaming on YouTube as well. Guess Twitch figured that's better than just losing people altogether. Just let them stream on both.
what's up, volatility? How you doing, home? What's up, volatility? How you doing? Look at that. Well, look at that. Well, there you go, volatility. I did it just for you and Dirty Dan.
Here ya go. Always forget to keep up with this.
But you can just put it on auto, you know. Thank you so much, volatility, for 13 months.
We went grocery shopping yesterday, and we bought a thing of grapes. I was putting them in the fridge,
Oh, they're doing the tricky thing again.
and I dropped them, and I went to catch them, and the corner of the grape package cut the crap out of my finger.
Yeah,
I don't know if you
so it doesn't-
see it, but freaking, it hurts. It was like a deep cut. Plastic went right through me. The lawsuit.
Okay.
Big grape gonna pay. Gonna pay, big
Oh,
grape.
You can't with Prime. That's right, they got rid of that function. Damn, this thing went to 230 on that pop. All right, there's a bunch of things that have potential. Nothing's really. I mean, Nexie's holding up on its move, right? That 5 minutes looking kind of juicy. Maybe could halt out of the open. Yesterday, out of the halt, stocks got a pop, but then they collapsed. None of them went for a second halt. FWBI's, it's gonna hold this 530. ABVC, so thickly traded now. SNTG dailies on watch. IVVD daily on watch. There. SMFL popped up daily on watch as well, over 175.
check in on him later. Good to hear him. I actually like Stockjack. Let's see how he's doing overall. Dun, 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 every time I pull him up, he's never trading options like he used to. I thought he always just traded stocks. He trades them kind of like Ross does. He trades the news and stuff like that. All right, we got about 3 minutes. I'm gonna check and see if there's any news today. I'm gonna change the type of music we're listening to. Actually, we have a lot of news today. It looks like some that says it affects everything. Looks like FOMC's talking at 2 o'clock. 10 o'clock, we have some manufacturing PMI, JOLTS job openings, and ISM manufacturing prices. So let's set an alarm. Let's do one of those alarms for 10 o'clock. Line alarm clock. Set. Oops. What did I hit? Full clock. Go. Let's do 9:50. We'll just do 9:55. Alarm is set. All right. So we actually ended up green yesterday. We took one more trade off stream. Let me show you. Come on. It was on the here. I'll say it was on that initial move down. So we got the move down. I actually don't think I was here for this one. This one actually would have faked us out, I think. I don't know. I remember saying I looked left, and I don't think I would have put my order there anyway because of the previous support. And then we came down, didn't break a candle until here. This actually came down. It tried to go lower, failed, and then came back up, so we put our order there. And so it doesn't look like it broke a candle, but it actually did. Yeah, and then that was it. And then it got slow again. Pretty decent move down. I'm pretty positive I wasn't here for this, but I remember looking left and saying I don't think I would have put my order out there anyway. Just looking left, there's a lot, those two areas of support. But yeah, That was only a 10 tick trade, so we ended up, I think we literally broke even after commission. So it said we were up 40 bucks, but I think we had 40 bucks in commissions, so. Fresh. All right, got about 15 seconds. There's the bell. We went the opposite way. Felt like we were going to try to curl up there. Seeing what 15 ticks looks like real quick. Is that the song? You hear that? I don't know if that, what that is. I don't know if that's a song or not. I did get a lot done yesterday. Still have a lot to do today. Not looking forward to that. Say Glucci. That's the guy I was thinking about earlier. Oh, what is that? See, can you hear it? It's something else is making noise. Oh, it's this. Yeah, well, we can't have that. It was the alarm clock. Set alarm. Enough. Be having that, man. All right. Your eardrum? Was it the bell? Sorry. I don't know if I can make that lower or not. So it's probably going to get you again at 9:57 because that's what I set it for. Chop, chop, chop. Choppy, choppy, chop, chop. Was it that loud? I feel like it was that loud. Where is David's live stream? Do not see it. And they were, oh, gotcha. My bad. Well, I'll try to anticipate 9:57 so that I don't get you again. See if Nutty took a trade off the bell. I don't think he
Congratulations
does.
on passing.
Chilly today. Today was a morning from hell, man. My wife came in to say goodnight. My son, my oldest, he came in and slept with me. He had a nightmare, so he came in. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. So I didn't really sleep well after that. Then my wife comes in at 6:30 or whatever to say bye, drops her water bottle on my nightstand, makes the loudest noise ever. I jump up. My arm was under my son's head. So he comes flying up, and I'm like, I notice it's her, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, as loud as I can. Like, what are you doing? And she was like, sorry, I dropped. I was just trying to say bye. And I was like, oh my, like, you know, I was essentially asleep, but not really. And then just, yeah, it was like real loud noise right next to you. You know, freaks you out, especially because I knew my son was with me. Anyways, then I go downstairs like a half hour later after she's gone. I get up with my son, wake my other son up, get them, brush their teeth, get them dressed, all that stuff, go downstairs. I open the fridge to take their lunches out the pack, and there's no lunches in there because that's usually what she does. I message her, are they buying lunch today? Oh, no, I totally forgot. I'm so sorry. It's the adding on. All right. Okay, whatever. Get the lunches packed, get out the door. Get up to the bus stop. It's freezing today. It was probably the coldest day it's been in a while. And the bus just decides to not show up today. They send a message after it's already like 15 minutes late saying, oh, yeah, bus 620 is running late today. You could have sent that email a long ass time ago, bro. Ended up waiting, thinking, okay, well, it was 15 minutes late. We've been here for 15 minutes past the time it's supposed to be here. Maybe it'll be here soon. Well, we wait another 10 minutes. It doesn't come. It's getting to the point now where we have to leave if we want to get them there before school starts. So I eventually tell them, all right, we're going back. Get in the car. Oh my God. I literally got there a minute before school started. Just, what a morning to forget. What a morning to forget. David is now live. Oh yeah, I wanted to check the options. I was looking at the cruise lines for possible options. I saw they dropped quite a bit yesterday. Choppy, 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 chop, 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 chop. I swear this is Sounds just like Green Day. Literally everything is red today, right now. At least everything I can see. Let's see what a CCL put would cost. Selling a put would cost for 1650. Probably not bad. Under 15 would be nice, but that's too far away probably. Yeah. I'll let the market kind of attempt to pick a direction first before I start doing anything, but we're just choppy chop right now. I still can't believe RCL is up where it is. Makes me feel like such an idiot. CCL, on the other hand, not so much. I do still think that Carnival will eventually do very well. Who is that car manufacturer, the electric manufacturer, that was saying they're probably, everyone's probably waiting for the 10 o'clock news now that I think about it. That is selling more than Tesla. EHD? I don't remember. BYD, okay. ID stock is their stock. They're OTC. BYDDY. BYDDF? Which one is it? BYDDF. Yeah, the Chinese company. What does Tesla look like today? I'm actually... And they're down a little bit as well. I can't believe I almost bought one share. I remember saying if Tesla hits 100, I'm going to buy one share. It never hit it. It literally got to like 101 on that big drop a while ago. And I mean, obviously one share wouldn't have done that much, but it still would have been funny. Tesla were to drop below 200 again, I would probably get involved somehow, like with options, and probably get a leap option of sorts. I'm just being patient with all that. I'm not trying to be overeager getting into the stocks. I mean, everything's been pretty much at all-time highs or at the high of its current move, etc., for the last 2 months. So some sort of correction has been, we've been asking for it essentially. BY and BDF. Let's see if that comes up. IDD. Yep. $27. That's something that we can trade. BYD. BYDDY is what it is on Robinhood. BYDY. Chart looks the same. Each trades. The price is higher. You think when Tesla moves fully into energy sector that it will be separate or still Tesla? That would be my question. I don't think it will sustain with just automotive. I don't know. I mean, with their charging network, with they just have so much going for it. That's the problem though, is like when you look at Tesla as a whole, have them up. It is kind of interesting when you look at them from, I mean, they're so profitable and they have so much cash and they just keep making money. Like look at their annual, their revenue, net income, net margin, like everything just keeps going up. It's hard to deny it. I mean, I get that the initial move it made was like pure retail for the most part, but as a company, like they're just killing it. Even if it's not sustainable, it's going to take a long time for that to play out. It's so funny, like watching all these other stocks, like Plitter, SoFi. What was the other one? Can't remember what the other one was. There was another one. They all got crushed, and it wasn't even that big of a move from the market, like in the grand scheme of things. And these stocks got absolutely smoked. You think electric cars or vehicles are gonna go again? Why do you think that? I think we're headed towards all electric at some point. I think once they find a way to make it sustainable. I think that's the problem we have right now is we're still counting on natural gas for production essentially. I mean, but isn't the big mega plant in Texas or whatever, the giga plant or whatever they're calling it, isn't that fully solar? Like, it's definitely possible. I think it's just a matter. When did he say that? What did he say it is? I mean, if he doesn't think that it isn't the future, then why is he still building the cars? I feel like that would be very unlike him. Yeah, I mean, you might be right, but then it begs the question, like you said, is that whatever it is it going to come out under the Tesla name, or is it going to be something else? And the problem is, if it does come out under something else, no one is going to be able to afford it, privately, let alone when it IPOs, it's going to be way overvalued probably. If something like that does happen, it's not going to be like, oh, get in early kind of thing. Like when it IPOs, it's going to be overvalued just because of the hype of it. Like almost everything nowadays. Well, my next vehicle, I've said for a while, is going to be a Tesla. I mean, for the pure drivability, the fact that I know I'm going to be traveling a lot with the kids, knowing that I can get into the car and when I'm on the highways and stuff, like that thing can drive itself for an extended period of time, like I'm sold. Just drive me to the next charging station. We'll grab something to eat, grab a snack, we'll chill, charge that thing up, and keep on going. Like obviously, I would pay attention. That's not what I'm getting at, but you know what I mean. That alone is amazing, and the cost of savings with no gas. Sign me up. I just have no need for it right now. I'm just gonna drive my 15 Acadia until she no more. The Acadia, man, it's such a good car. I love it. How far are you driving? See, for me, I barely drive at all. Everything's within 15 miles. It's very rare that we go any further than that. And even if we do, it's like to go see family, which is only like 30 miles away. So I would almost never be using more than 30, 60 miles of charge. That's kind of what I'm getting at. It's like, it's almost like free gas. And like you're saying, if it's cheaper than buying a gas car, like it's kind of silly not to do it. 30K a year. Holy crap. How far is your commute? Ugh. 50 miles? Ugh, I don't know how you do that. Wouldn't that make you want to do electric, having such a far commute, especially if the charging's not an issue? Like, think of all the money you'd save just in gas and maintenance. Like that, how many, you're doing 10 oil changes a year. You wouldn't have to do a single one. I don't know. There's definitely pros and cons to everything, but I see a lot more pros than cons when it comes to electric vehicles. Well, the wear, you're going to have wear and tear on every vehicle. Just kind of how it is. All right, coming up on, I'm going to cancel this alarm so it's not stupid loud. It's going to go off in about a minute anyway, so we just got to pay attention. 10 o'clock. I mean, this is crap action. I think everyone's waiting for the news or whatever. Oh, you're going that route. I got you. There's nothing wrong with that. I actually did that for a long time. One of the better cars I had like that was an Acura Integra. One of those old, like, it was like a 99, I think. Thing lasted me a while. I love that thing, little thing. Yeah, Froggo, you're not wrong about that. Did any of you watch that movie on Netflix? It wasn't called The End of the World. What was it called? Netflix. It's the one with was it Sandra Bullock? No, shut up. Where is it? I guess a lot of people weren't watching it because it's not on like the popular thing anymore. It was a pretty decent movie. The ending sucked. I don't quite understand the ending. But. Can't find it anywhere. What the heck? Okay, apparently I can't find it. I thought for sure it would have been on the top, but it's not. Let's see, Netflix. Leave the World Behind. There it is. It was there was a scene in there where they basically took control of all the Teslas and they just jammed them outside the cities so that they just all crashed into each other outside the city so that no one could get out. Well, Stu, you just don't replace it. Sahil, yeah, I think everyone's waiting for this 10 o'clock news. We got about 1 minute. All right, here we go. We got about 30 seconds. Then what do you do if you don't replace it? Well, when it starts to get closer to the end, you do what everyone does. You just trade it in. Get a new one. I mean, the thing is, are you saving 10 to 30K over the course of however long it takes? I mean, I know the early on Teslas are still going. And they're 10 years old. They lose efficiency, sure. It's like 70, 80%. of the original battery, but that's not bad. Like if you were originally getting 300 miles and now you're only getting 240 miles on a charge, like that's not horrible. Apparently the news was good. So it looks like it was as expected for the most part. So I guess that's why we're just kind of still doing what we're doing. And this is brutal. I was actually kind of excited to trade today, and this is just sucky. Morning, Zishan. The issue isn't the battery. The issue is the country not being able to support everyone driving. Yeah, that's... You're not wrong, man. I watched the thing yesterday. Here, I'm actually just going to show it to you because it was actually pretty powerful. The song just ended. Perfect. Let's see. Come on.
And 100 red ants.
Holy crap, sorry. I don't know how to make this. Let me just open the volume mixer. Sorry. Yeah, that was probably pretty loud.
In a jar, nothing will happen. But if you shake the jar, ants will start killing each other.
Hold on.
Red ants will believe black is the enemy.
Alright, so here it is.
If you put 100 black ants and 100 red ants in a jar, nothing will happen. But if you shake the jar, ants will start killing each other. Red ants will believe black is the enemy, while black ants believe red is the enemy. But the real enemy is the person who shook the jar. The same is true in our society. Before we start to fight each other, we must ask ourselves, who shook the jar? If you put 100 black
Isn't that
ants...
some powerful ass shit? Isn't that some powerful ass shit? Tell me it's not. Sorry, Zishan. I was just... We were talking about something. What is why are you guys all up in arms? I was just showing you something. Chill out. Guys, everyone came out of the woodworks for that. Jesus. I was just trying to show... I was trying to let you guys listen to something. Was it that loud? It did not sound like it was that loud on my end. Was it really that loud? On my lap. It was 10 times. Oh, geez. My bad. I don't know why it was that loud. That wasn't political. My bad. I didn't know. It didn't seem like it would be that loud on my side. It looked like it was the same as the music playing right now. Or it sounded the same level anyway. Scare the boss, man. Was it that? Jeez, was it that? I have to go back and listen. I'm not going to go back and listen to it. I'll just say I'm sorry and move on. Report me, report me. My bad, my bad. Obviously, I didn't mean it. Or did I? Massive volume? You mean it was just from the news at 10. And we didn't do anything. We just went sideways. Today sucks. At least Wrongbow didn't wake up today. That's a plus. Maybe Wrongbow knew. Somehow he knew. Oh, da, 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 da. Now wait till FOMC minutes. Yeah, 2 o'clock. I won't be streaming then. I used that video to scare him. Maybe. Oh, man. I guess I can look around at You know what? Let me load up my Thinkorswim and at least look at that. Looks like Alpine just went live. Let's see how did he do this morning? See if his copy trader worked. Oh, wow. He's actually up quite big on a few of the accounts. Yeah, he didn't have a great day yesterday, but looks like he's making up for it today, which is good. I could make a short video while we're sitting here. I'm gonna look at some of these stocks first. Yeah, it sounds like disturbed. Oxy isn't like the biggest freaking wedge I've ever seen. Base of 55. It's got this trend line coming down. All it has to do is break up through that trend line, man, and it's off to the races. That's why I got in it to begin with. I was really proud of my entry. Hoping it starts to work its way back up. trying lower. Yeah. Might actually get a trade here if we can get a big push down. I just can't. Wow, 15. That's actually, jeez. I didn't realize the range is actually much bigger than I thought. Like, look at what 15. That's 15 ticks right there. It looks like nothing. No, I don't think it's a good for science trade because this thing could go down and keep going down pretty heavily. And where would you put your stop? And this thing is struggling to not go lower. I kind of want it to go lower so I can cancel my order because I'm not a huge fan of the trade anymore. No, couldn't do it. Just ran right into it. Thought for sure if we got back above that area, it would just shoot up. It's just there's so much selling going on. Just nothing about that trade felt right. I should have just not took it. I took it because it's set up, but hold on, man. It's actually in Alpine's Discord. Fuck me, man. Jesus. No, it's just how it's trading today, it looks like. Jeez. Yeah, I kept getting faked out. Now we're back in no man's land. Should have just stuck to looking at option stuff. I should have known once we didn't get the immediate bounce here, we should have just left it alone. If we never took this first trade like I didn't want to, we'd probably never take any of these trades. I mean, if you held it, you should be good to go now. Good morning, Knives. How are you? I mean, if you got in where I did, you should be fine. Come on. Gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me with this, man. The amount of times. And look at that. Give me a break. You can't just give me the easy fills. 577.75. 3 ticks. Literally 3 ticks. 3 fucking ticks. Now I can't even. I still wouldn't have got filled had I left it there. I just figured if we got through there, it would have went further. That's why I moved it down. But I was ready to hit the flatten button. But it just shot right back up. This wants to try higher. Hoping we got another one of those rejects, but somebody's buying it up right here. It's gonna cost me. Gonna be a fake out? That's the question. Come on, at least try lower. It's like the old me would just get out somewhere around break even, but I'm trying to accept the risk, knowing that I like the trade. It's just whether it works or not. There we go. Just annoying that we couldn't get the initial fill. I would have rather just been out of the trade. I don't want to have to wait through a trade like that. I'm just taking the setups. It's just I got faked out. That's all. I got faked out 3 times. And, I mean, these 2 times worked. I mean, I shouldn't have taken 2 contracts here and scaled out, but I just figured with the amount, when it finally did work, it was going to be a decent move, which it was. I was right, and I just sucks I got faked out as much as I did. And I'm never going to obviously expect this big of a move. You can't predict that. All you can do is hope to have more than 1 contract and scale out. Oh, I didn't say that was a bad fill. I'm just saying I didn't get fill. Like the price just it came down and didn't give me the fill. That's all I was saying. It was yesterday was an actual like bad fill, and it cost me a lot actually, because it would have been a $75 win and it ended up being like a $250 loser. So that was like a $325 turnaround off of an actual bad fill. This was just, it didn't go the extra couple ticks to fill me. That's totally different. But no, I get you. I'm not arguing with you. I'm actually agreeing with you. But no, there's no trade in here now. I mean, I was only taking trades that set up. I mean, yes, it looks like these are bad trades, but in reality, I was just taking the trade looking for it to make the move based off the setup that I always take. Just so happens it faked out 3 times first. Oh boy. It's been a rough morning all around, so can't say I'm surprised I had a morning like this trading as well. Oh yeah, pen. That was one I wanted to look at. Pen was at $142. Man. big drop here. It's like a for science trade. Looks like it might be trying to work here, but you have nowhere. There's no stops. This thing has nowhere to go but down at this point. Hourly, daily, nothing. Nothing's stopping this move down. It is, Knives. It is. And I agree. I do need to get a little bit more numb to it. Like right now, this would not be a good trade, right? You're going right back into all this obvious support line. I would need the much bigger move down first. Still waiting, Steve, for the blue thing. All right, Steve, I just uploaded it to the Tools Used Daily channel in my Discord. I have to remember where it goes, though. Let's see. More political, yeah. Okay, I found it. All right, Steve. There you go. It's in the tools channel, and it should have instructions on how to get it going. It's pretty cool too, because if you have multiple accounts, it'll show everything. My AMD's actually at a pretty key level at 133. Now we're just gonna chop, 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 choppity, chop, chop. So Apple apparently got downgraded. Is that what I'm seeing there? That's why they had a little bit of a drop. I think it's so funny that something like that is just somebody saying something does not change the fundamentals of a company. Just cracks me up. God, all these companies are just still so far up into these moves. Well, this turned real boring real quick. Trying to make a move up here. Any penny stock plays today? You'd have to watch David for that. I'm obviously not playing penny stocks right now. Let's see. Looks like he traded, but I don't know what he traded. Maybe MBRX he's watching. HLP, SNTG, APLT. There's a couple that they look like they have been trading. He does live stream. Let him know I sent you. Yeah, he doesn't talk or anything like that. He just streams his screen. But that's what he trades. He trades the penny stocks. An Uber. Look at that thing. Just everything's at the top. Except for PayPal. I've been interested in PayPal. Just keeps running into that 65 level and failing. What those options look like. I feel like today's one of them days where if I were to get in anything, I'd be waiting until the end of the day to see what way the market actually chooses to go for the remainder of the day. Just don't trust anything. Trusted it all. I don't trade them anymore, but if I can get payouts removed, yeah, that's actually what I said that to somebody in the comments of my 2023 recap video. Somebody asked me if I was ever planning on going back, and that was exactly what I said. Like if I can create a bankroll essentially to go back, then yeah, but if not, then nope, don't plan on it. Making a decent little move back up here. such a... I was hoping it would make a smaller candle and then do that, but... It did it again, man. It pushed down and gave us a worse fill. And I'm pretty sure that was enough that we probably would have got filled. Gotta be kidding me with this shit. I'm on a demo account and I'm getting slippage, man. It sucks. Then on top of that, I can't just get lucky and get the extra little push to give me the fill anyway with the slippage. Okay, so we got lucky. That was a pretty big dip down there. But like, if we just get the initial, the right fill from the get, like that doesn't happen. But it's like, I mean, maybe it's because we're putting it under such an obvious area and there's just the algos are stepping in and they're just that much faster and it pushes the price. Like I don't understand how I'm getting such bad fills on entries on a demo account. It is a limit order. See, that's the thing that I don't understand. Like, when I put a stop, it's a stop limit order. So I don't understand. I mean, maybe it's not. I don't know. Can you put a limit order in? I'm confused because I thought they were limit orders, but yet it keeps filling it like it's a market order. I don't quite understand. Yeah, simulated slippage. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But I mean, it's clear. I mean, if you zoom in, it's clearly lower than where my order was. My order was above that, like right here. It was a good 2, 3, 4 ticks, and that's what it missed my order by on that initial shot down. Thankfully, it came back down and got us, but I mean, it's just ridiculous to begin with. Yeah. I mean, am I just not thinking it right? Because if you look at it, says if I'm looking to go long, it says it's a buy stop, right? So if I put this in and to go long, it says it's a buy stop. But if I come down here to sell under the current price, it's a sell stop. So when it's a stop, is that a market? It has to be. That has to be what it's doing. Where if I wanted to sell up here, it marks it as a limit. Same with if I wanted to buy down here, it marks it as a limit. I just don't understand why it's that way. It doesn't make sense to me. Pretty frustrating. I would much rather it always be a limit order, because then if for some reason like I don't get filled, then whatever. But at least if I do get filled, it's going to be at that price. And usually the price is chopping around so quickly that you're probably going to get filled there, like regardless. The only time I would want to be in a market order is if I'm trying to catch like a move as it's happening. But if I'm predicting where I want to get in, then it needs to be a limit order. I mean, yeah, you're probably right. Obviously, it's not with the mouse trading. Is there an actual montage somewhere? What is this? Oh, here we go. Let's see. Well, this isn't... I don't want to click it because I don't know what it's going to do. That's kind of, I don't know, what is it going to do? Is it going to put me in a position? I don't like that. YouTube University now to avoid the slippage. That's it. Let me just, I know Quantower has chat. Let me just do that. The hell? What is beeping at me? I want to live in that world. Yeah, I'm not saying it's like I don't mind slippage, like, but if there's a way to try to avoid it with limit orders, then why not, right? So I'm gonna, let's see. Be right back. Want to chat with him. I would much rather not get filled and see it go without me versus get filled and get absolutely obliterated because of it, like yesterday. Because the thing is, even if I don't get filled, I'm gonna get filled if it's a loser. And while they're answering, I'm going to do one. Maybe not. For a stop limit order, additional parameters are required. such as a trigger price. Therefore, this order type is available through the OE panel. OE panel, order entry. Okay. You guys can't see this. Thank you. Month. Limit. Good till cancel. One lot. Wow, this would require a lot more. But let's see if it works. It's like an actual montage. All right, buy limit one lot. Let's just go 16,620. Stop loss or no stop loss. Take profit. 15 ticks. Placing strategy. All right, place order 16,620. Should give me a buy limit all the way up there. Let's see what happens. No! What is this? That's 601. Ah, cancel. Oh, what the? Go up for a sec, please. 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 Go up for a second, please. Go up for a second. You gotta be fucking kidding me. What? It clearly says 16,620. Go up for a second, please. 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 Go up. Go up. What is this? Dude, I am the most unluckiest motherfucker on this fucking planet. Jesus, fuck me. I never can get lucky. Every time I get into a trade by accident, this shit always goes against me. I've never once had it go for me. I think maybe once. Maybe once. And I got out right away because it happened. Give me a fucking break, bro. Like, what the fuck? I clearly... Look at this. You can't... How do I... It says 1620. Because I didn't want to lose money on it. It's bullshit because it says 1620. Look at this. This is what I hit. It says 16,620. And it put me in at what? Fucking 16,589 or 99. Fucking joke, man. Why didn't it work? I don't understand. Oh, you know what it did? It probably put me in on the ask because... But it was a... Yeah, because it's a fucking limit, not a stop limit. God fucking damn it. So that's my own fault. Fuck! Why can't I just... There is no demo on here. I am on a demo. Hey, look, it works now. Fuck me. Fucking joke, man. Well, I'm mad because I'm treating it as it's real. So yeah, I'm fucking pissed. And it's just prolonging me getting to the real account in the first place. It's actually kind of cool once you're using it. Well, this would have been. I just want to see what this looks like. Stop playing suck. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Sucks ass. Fuck me. Yeah, and it worked out for you, Justin? Yeah, I remember that. That's kind of my point, man. Every time I get into a position by accident, it immediately fucking goes against me. I mean, that one didn't immediately go against me. It gave me a chance to get out break even. But I just wanted it. I should have just got out break even. I should know better at this point. I should know better. Fuck me. I'll be right back. We're only doing the 80% for a couple days. I don't think going through entering the shit in the montage is worth the effort, to be completely honest. I mean, I'm fine. I'm just that's just an annoyance on a whole nother level. That had nothing to do with anything job related. It was just fucking stupid. I mean, it's just like, why can't it just shoot up instead of down when I make a mistake? It's a 50-50 fucking shot. Like, why didn't I sell instead of buying, and then it would have worked? You know, it's like, it's just not in the cards for me most of the time when it comes to that shit. That's all, and that's the annoyance of it. It's just something I've learned to deal with. Like you said, you learned to deal with the slippage and shit. Like, I've had to learn to deal with that, and it's just fucking annoying. That's all. That's all there is to it. It's not even that I give a fuck. It's just annoying that it happens. Like, every once in a while, it'd be nice to have it go in your favor. It just never does. I'm not trying to trade based on luck. I'm just saying, when an accident happens, it would be nice to get lucky every once in a while. But I guarantee if you go back and find every single time that's ever happened to me, out of the 50-50 shot that you have of getting lucky, being right or wrong, whether you go long or short based off of what it's actually doing, there's a 50-50 shot there. I guarantee I'm well under 5%. Like, no fucking chance in hell I have more than 5% when it comes to that. It's just, it sucks, man. You see, you just whatever. I'm gonna drop it because there's no point in talking about it. It's just what I live through it all the time. It's partially why I stopped playing poker, because it fucking just whatever. Well, bro, I didn't do that on purpose. I thought I was placing a test order way up here, nowhere near the price. I had limit selected instead of stop limit, so it put me right in instead of the order way up here. It was an accident. It was something brand new. I didn't know. I just fucked up. But that's the whole point. It's like, when I fucked up, it would be nice to be like, oh, oops, I fucked up. Oh, I still made $10. Not lost 100 and whatever it was, 70. I got so much shit to do today, and now I'm pissed. I don't feel like doing it now. Why did you say heads in a plural sense? Oh, okay. Sort of. I was gonna do it today. Been trying to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But last week I didn't do it at all because the kids were home all week. I know it's an excuse, but it's just truth. I also ate like shit throughout the holidays, so I'm trying to get back on track with that first. Like mentally. I want to lift, but I'm more focused on just eating right again. I feel like that's pretty normal. I remember when I was going pretty heavy the first time, and it was through the New Year's, and there was like a crap ton of new people, and then they all disappeared within It took a couple months, but they eventually disappeared. It's so funny that that happens literally every year. Don't you have a girlfriend? I know. I was being funny. I always tell my wife when she catches me looking, I'm like, what? I can look at the menu. How is that lucky? I'm confused. Injustice tilt. I'm fine now. It's like getting bad beat in poker or something like that. Like you have that initial annoyance, initial reaction, but I'm over it already. It's just annoying because I fought just to get back to even, and then a stupid mistake brought me back down. Oh wow, that came up and got me and faked out real quick. Maybe. Double fake out. You're seeing this, right? You're seeing this, right? It to the tick. We were literally on the ask. Like, do I move it up now? Or should I move it down one? We're literally on the ask twice now. me? What is that? Like, it was literally to the tick. And then it went all the way back down. Oh, I know. That's actually what I'm counting on is the 1 minute volatility. But for it to come up and literally to the tick. Like, why couldn't it just go one more tick? Like, fuck me. Like, fuck me, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck me. Now, had I not making that mistake earlier, we make that same trade, and we're up 75 bucks. I just inhaled this fucking salad. Oh my. It was really good. I was just looking at something. Yeah, I never switched. To do the limit orders, you literally have to you have to have the montage up. And I'm not trying to do all that. That's just too much. I'd have to type in the order every single time. Let's see if we can find two smaller trades instead of going for bigger trades, because I feel like volume's kind of died off. Well, yeah, it makes more sense for them. Quick question. I don't know if anyone would know the answer to this off top or offhand, but curious. If you had residency in Canada, what would stop you from any time you need some kind of like major medical anything from just going up there, having it done, and then coming back down? Is there anything stopping you from doing something like that? As long as you have residency there? Well, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. If you have residency there, what's it matter? You just plan it as normal. Like I was just talking to you. Like if you had to get ankle surgery, just plan it. And then that's that. Like when it's time, you just fly up there, get it done, come back down. Obviously, this is the rich get richer kind of thing, but if it's even a thing. So for science trade, just looking for it to bounce off that support real quick. If not, there's a pretty obvious line looking left here. Stop right out. Stop out under it. For science trade is essentially you're just looking for the bounce off of a previous support or resistance, but you have to have an obvious stop point. And I only like taking these when the stop's pretty close, so you're not risking that much. But you see it happen all the time, or it'll come down, it'll bounce off the support or resistance pretty good. But I'm starting to not like it as much. I was looking for it to do it on that candle there. Well, I called it for science because it was a new trade. And I was like, oh, I wonder if I start taking this. And it's like, you call it for science like when you're trying something new. Like, oh, I'm doing it for science. and it just kind of stuck. Give it one last shot here. I'm gonna knock out 15 push-ups while this is going on. All right, I did 20. Felt like I had the extra 5 in me. I'll do 20, 15, 15. I did 20. Get out of here. I'm gonna start doing 50. I'm gonna do 50 a day for the rest of January. There's another guy I talked to. He's one that trades options. He's doing 100 a day. I told him I'd join him, but I'm not doing 100. I was like, I'll do 50. Later, Justin. I'll see you tomorrow. Never had problem with leg day. Played soccer my whole life. I've always had. That was actually one of my problems when I was bigger, is my thighs, man. I used to have problems finding pants that fit me, especially jeans. My thighs were so big. No longer interested in that. If anything, I'd be interested up here. The only problem is I don't really see an obvious stop. Kind of here. Just when it gets slower like this, I feel like the first science trade is a lot easier to find because it's just choppy. I'm gonna try to do the other 30 push-ups. I'm just gonna take like a 2-3 minute rest. It's way more beneficial to do them all as close as possible. Tear the muscles apart. So Tom, I stubbed my toe 2 years ago. It was like when we first moved into this house. It was my big toe on my right foot, and it still hasn't healed. It's still like I must have fractured it or something, and like every once in a while I'll do something and I don't know if I like refracture. I don't know what's going on with it, but it sucks. And I want to get back into soccer so bad. But every time I kick a ball, like for a little while, it starts to come back too. And it's like, I've been trying to not use that part of my foot, but obviously it's hard. Give this a shot again. I like the movement. If it doesn't just blast through. I was gonna say, why didn't it fill us? Wow, no attempt at a bounce there at all. I love my life sometimes. Love it. Love it so much. Oh. Just enough to go, haha. Okay, I'll take it. That literally puts us break even on the day before commissions. Like, what kind of a fill is that? Oh, it's on this candle, not that one. I was like, it looks like a fill just like under the candle. So the for science trade is actually putting your order under that current low, which would have made that trade look way better because if I would have taken it correctly. Well, I've been starting to notice that they don't drop it below there lately. They've been just buying it up right in front of it. So that was actually why I put my order where I did. So in theory, the for science trade worked perfectly. Just out of curiosity, I would have put it where I was supposed to. Just curious how much of a stop loss that would have been. Yeah, that would have almost been a 1-to-1 trade. Instead, it was like a 1-to-3 based off where I put it. Why does that say 100? The trade was not 100. It was 8 ticks. 15 is only 75, so it should have been like 35 or... Yes, I have, but there's times where that's not the case. There's some times where I do get near the top sometimes. Like even in this case, like that's pretty close to the top. I mean, yeah, I mean you're talking an extra point or two, but is it really? A lot of the times I'm risking a lot more than I'm making. So I'd rather make sure I make that amount. I've done a lot of thinking about that, like trying to min-max. And it just, the amount of times that I end up losing looking for more, it's usually not worthwhile. I'd rather, because if you're trying to min-max, then you start getting into the territory of, I'm trying to guess what the market's going to do next. Where I'd rather have the option of not having a clue what the market's going to do next, but still get my fill. That makes sense. Oh, it's already 12. I'm going to have to edit all this. Gotta do the dishes, gotta do the laundry, gotta do the fish tank. I want that one more trade. I want it so bad. I think I need 9 ticks because of the commissions. But I'm not going to take a random trade. Like, that was actually a legit trade. Maybe I could start doing the fish tank while we wait. Let's do that. You guys already failed to remind me to do my push-ups. Whew. You get harder as you go, that's for sure. I don't think I could have did 20 there. Wait, how'd I get to 10? I thought I went to 9. Oh, whatever. Doesn't look like we're gonna get a trade right this second. All right, 15 more. Woo! I put the thing up against the tank, the glass, so that no fish can get in there. These damn black mollies, man, they still find their way in there every time. Like they laugh at me. Like, haha, you thought we couldn't find our way in here? I was about to get out of it just because I freaking shot down like that. You fucker. Oh, I was about to cut it. Still gonna have to cut it. So get lucky. Get lucky? Maybe? Maybe? Nope. Look at it, like keeps shooting down like that. Is it gonna get us again? Oh, now it's gonna come out? It just had to fake us out. Oh, are you kidding me? This is a joke, man. It couldn't do that before it came down and faked us out. Like, come on, man. I'm changing the water. I was cleaning it and I'm changing it. Came back just to lose 30 bucks real quick. I think we're going to have a massive shot down towards the lows. Kidding me with this shit. You gotta be kidding me with this stuff. I can't make this shit up. I really can't. Did it come back down again and miss us again? After I moved it? Or is that the initial one? I can't make this shit up. I really can't. Well, it's gonna act like that's gonna fail. And we're gonna get the move down lower. Or at least the try. I bet if I go back, it was probably a tick. Because, I mean, it looked like it went right through our order. Just didn't get the fill. Or it went right to where our order was. I should just get out. This is so obviously gonna probably come up and get us. It's like, here you go, break even. You want it? You want it? You want break even? You want it? No? No, you don't want it? Okay, see ya. You sure? One last time. Positive? You sure? All right, we tried. Can't say we didn't try. The thing is, if it gets through this point, it's just going to shoot up. Okay, one last chance. One last chance for you. We're not giving it green. You got to take a break even. What a joke. What a joke. Can't make this shit up, man. Can't make this shit up. Yeah, whatever. Go back and take a look at where my order was. It was at 549. This went to 549.25. One fucking tick. Who would have thought? Who would have thought we were one tick away? Not me. Definitely not me. It has nothing to do with them. It's literally my order was there and it went one tick away. I was at 49, it went to 49.25. Literally a tick. It has nothing to do with Quantower or Apex. It's just where my order was. Pretty sure they're pulling the same data. Like, this is the same data everyone's using. It's not fake data. It's not simulated data. I mean, we all live in a simulation, huh? No political talk. Oh, at least we got out, right? I guess. Probably keep an eye on the water in my tank, huh? Felt like it was gonna shove there. Really hoping it would shove under that. On. Well, let me put my order where I want it. I love how it just moves the order wherever it wants. Should have just took it off. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna have to stop after this. Mine's a 75. Jeez. Can't imagine 55 gallons of water just chilling on the floor. Just gonna play with my head again. It's the same as the last trade. Kidding me. I even moved it up to get above that obvious area. The worst part is it's not like it even gave me a chance underneath, right? It just came down, tried, and then shot right back up. Guess we found the bottom. We tried to short it twice. I'm always losing, man, it feels like. Your time. All right, I gotta call it there.